Yo, it's Yerk, and today I'm bringing you a step-by-step tutorial on how to get a real working elevator in Fortnite Creative. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to make this elevator in your own creative maps. And I'll shut up for a second and let you see the effect. Here it is on screen now. Pretty awesome, right? Well, we're gonna build that in this tutorial, but first, let's thank our sponsor. Core is the new free game creation platform that lets you create your own games with no coding experience required. Core eliminates all the barriers preventing anyone from making, publishing, and playing games. With their one-click publishing, you can build games from scratch, and when you're ready to publish, your game will go live instantly on the Core platform with the click of a button. That's right, no support or creator code, you can just publish your games. It's never been this easy. Not only is Core awesome to make games with, but it's fun to play games too. The opportunities are limitless with Core. There's so much fun to be had and stuff to be created. So what are you waiting for? Go get Core. Just go down to the description and click the link at the top. It's totally free, and you guys can even get a free skin if you play before November 1st. Better hurry. Alright, but now let's get back to this tutorial. The first thing you're going to want to do is build yourself an elevator. You want it to have some sort of small window in it, similar to mine, but it doesn't matter what it's made of, so get creative. Then you're going to need 3 elevator door frames, and let's start by making the doors. Head to the Devices tab, and we're going to grab the Objective Device Gallery. Delete all of the objectives except for this one right here. Then we want to take this one and open up the settings, and we want to set the health to invulnerable. Then we're going to set Hide Health Bar to always. And then we're going to set Collision during game to only when visible. Then go ahead and click OK, and now we want to resize it and turn it to the side, and we're going to put it inside of our door along the very edge, just like that. Then we're going to do this for all 3 of our elevator door frames, and then we're going to select all 3 of them and just copy and rotate them and paste them down on the other side, so we get something that looks like this. Now we want to take our objective device again, and now we need to open up the settings and change a few things. All we need to change is we want to set turn visibility on when receiving from channel 5 and turn visibility off when receiving from channel 2. Click OK and resize it again, and we want to place 2 of these right in the middle. So place it down like that, and then rotate it around using the yaw axis and place the second one right there. Then we're going to place down the outside ones, but we have to open up the settings and we need to change turn visibility on when receiving from channel 4 and visibility off when receiving from channel 3. Hit OK and then copy and paste it on the other side, and now we need to grab a button. Open the creative menu and place down a button and open up the settings. We want to set the delay to 2 seconds, and we want to set when interacted with transmit on channel 1. For the interaction text, put something like call elevator and then hit OK. Next, grab a trigger device and place it down and open up the settings. We're going to set a delay of 1 second and scroll all the way down, and we're going to set trigger when receiving from channel 1 and when triggered transmit on channel 2. Next, we're going to copy and paste another one down, and this time we're just going to change it to trigger on channel 2 and when triggered transmit on channel 3. Copy and paste again and change it to trigger on channel 3 and transmit on channel 4. Only this time we're going to change the delay to 3 seconds. Then one more time, changing it to trigger from channel 4 and transmit on channel 5. And we can change the delay back to 1 or 2 seconds. Then what we just did is basically we made the door animation for the bottom floor. So as you can see, when I start the game, you can call the elevator and then the doors will open and then they will close automatically. So now we need to do this for our destination floor. But because of the way we set this up, we can really easily just copy and paste everything, place it down, and now we need to just go through and we need to add 5 to every single channel setting. So just click each setting that has a channel on it 5 times to add 5 to it for all of the devices. So you're going to change the button from channel 1 to channel 6 and then do the same thing, just add 5 to all the triggers. Next, for the last and final of our door frames, we need to take the one that we initially placed in the door that has no channels or anything affected, and we're just going to place down 4 of them right across like this, filling the doorway because these are going to always remain closed. Next, go to the creative menu and grab a button and a teleporter. Place them down inside your elevator and open up the teleporter settings. Set the teleporter group and the target group to none, and then we need to turn face player and teleporter direction to relative and set all the visual effects and sound effects to no. Then hit OK, and now we're going to copy our entire elevator and we want to take it to wherever we want our elevator to be. So for this example, I'm using this prefab. So I'm going to place the elevator down here on the bottom floor and then place it up on the top floor. Now we're going to grab our first set of doors and we're going to just copy it over and place it down right in front of our elevator. Then repeat this, doing the exact same thing for the top floor with our second set of doors. Now we're going to head to the bottom floor and we're going to set up the button on the inside. Change the interaction text to up and set when interacted with transmit on channel 11. Then fly up to set up the top floor button and set the interaction text to down and when interacted with transmit on channel 13. Then head down to the bottom floor, open up the teleporter and change the teleport to when receiving from setting to channel 12 and set when teleported to transmit on channel 1 and click OK. Then go ahead and head up to the top floor to set up the top floor teleporter and set teleport to when receiving from channel 14 and when teleported to transmit on channel 6. Then we need to head back outside and place down the last set of doors in front of our elevator, and then we want to select the entire elevator, doors and all, and we need to move it somewhere that is at least 2 tiles away from the closest elevator shaft and somewhere that players will not be able to get close to. So for this tutorial, we're just going to put it right here, but obviously you can hide it better in your map. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just putting it right here in the middle of both of our elevators. Then we're going to go inside and we're going to open up the settings for the teleporter and set teleport to when receiving from channel 11. Then copy and paste the rift down, open up the settings again and change the second rift to channel 13. So now we have one on channel 11 and one on channel 13. Now we need to go to the devices menu and grab 2 timers from the devices tab. Go ahead and place them down and open up the settings for the first one. Set the duration to 15 seconds, turn auto start to off, scroll down and turn the alarm audio to off, and then scroll all the way to the bottom and set start when receiving from channel 11 and then reset when receiving from channel 14, and when complete, transmit on channel 14. Then for the second timer, open it up and we're going to set the duration to 15 seconds again, auto start off, alarm audio off, start when receiving from channel 13 and reset when receiving from channel 12, and then once again, when complete, transmit on channel 12. And now technically our elevator is working, but we need to grab the target dummies gallery and place it down. We can go ahead and delete all of the dummies except for we want to keep this long one and this moving long one. Open up the settings for the stationary target and we're going to set the health to 5,000 and hit OK. Now we want to take it and we want to rotate it on its side like this. Then we want to increase the depth axis to make it as big as possible. And depending on how big the hole in your elevator is, or the window I should say, you may want to adjust the height of the target dummy just a little bit. Then you just want to stack them on top of each other using grid snap, but this part is kind of tedious, so I set it up before this, but you want it to look like this and then just place it down in front of the window on your top and bottom floor elevators. Then we're going to do the same thing with the moving one, so open up the settings, but for the moving one we have a few more settings we need to mess with. We need to set super slow for the speed, then we're going to set continuous movement to off, set the movement start range to 2, and then we also want to set the start movement delay to 3. Then set health to 5,000 and hit OK. Then, once again, you're going to rotate it on its side and make it as large as possible on the depth axis. and make sure that you make it the exact same height as you did for the non-moving one, and repeat the process of stacking these all on top of each other, but for this one, you want to stack 24 of these top to bottom. So then we want to select all of our 24 targets, and we want to make sure that the rail is facing down. Then we're going to set it in front of our middle elevator, just like this, and just delete one of the targets that's around the top of the elevator to create the window effect. Now we can start the game, and you can see that when we call the elevator, the doors will open, and then close, and we hit the floor button, and there's the effect. The elevator looks like it's moving, but in reality, we're just in a third elevator and the targets are making us think that we're moving. Similar to like if you've ever been in a car and you saw someone backing up and you thought you were moving. Then we end up getting teleported back to the elevator and the doors will open, and that's how you make an elevator in Fortnite Creative. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and drop a like, hit subscribe, do whatever you want to do and all that stuff. Don't forget to check out our sponsor by clicking the link in the top of the description, and if you want, feel free to check out some of my other videos that are on screen now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay up.